Hi guys, welcome to the Carnival Queensland Agents YouTube channel. I'm Mark Richards, your Carnival Queensland rep, and I wanted to go through today Carnival Spirit's going through some great upgrades through the August of this year, 2015, into September, halfway through into September. So I wanted to cover basically what she's going to be getting, what new features as part of all that. So we've got some great little imageries for you. So basically what's going to happen is we're calling this the Spirit. It's called the Funship 2.0 upgrade. And basically what we're focusing on 4 main pillars. And the pillars being dining, bars, entertainment, and family fun. So you can see there, this is all the new features that Carnival Spirit will be getting. And this will be happening it leaves Sydney on the 1st of August 2015. And then it arrives up into Singapore. It's a great sailing, goes up through Queensland coast, stops in Brisbane, so you can get on in Brisbane. Just make sure you pick the segment cruising part of Polar when you're booking. It then goes up to it goes up to Darwin and into Bali, and then it goes up to Singapore. And she actually spends 14 days up in Singapore, and then on the 30th of August, she'll turn around and come back in reverse order. And again, you can get off in Brisbane or Sydney. Just make sure you make that selection at time of booking. Okay, so on the way back, all these features are going to be on board, so it's great. And I want to run through a couple of them just so you know which they are, which is really good to see. So the first option, like as I mentioned, we'll be doing is looking at dining. Okay, so the dining menu, we put in a couple of things on. The first thing we're going to put on is Blue Iguana Cantina, and that's going to go up near the pool. Okay, if you know Carnival Spirit fairly well, you'll know where the stage is. It's just to either the left or the right there. And that's going to be a Mexican-inspired burrito and taco booth. The great thing about it is that it's all made to order as well. This little machine in the middle of the cantina makes these beautiful warm tortillas, and then you put your topping in which you're after, and it makes it from there. The great thing about it is it makes from breakfast tortillas and burritos right through to your lunchtime and dinner as well. Okay. And great news for this one here, it's also going to be included in your cruise fare, okay? So as Carnival, we're trying to make you put your hand in your pocket as much as possible. And this is one of the ways we can do this is by offering these particular food venues on board that are included in your cruise fare. Just bring a different element to your dining experience. The next thing we're putting on is we've gone through a partnership with a character called Guy Ferreri. And Guy Ferreri goes around, if someone might be familiar with him on the Lifestyle channel, he road tests burger joints and places like that around America, and he's putting on the Guy's Burger Joint, which is his signature burgers, and we've got about 5 gourmet burgers that we're going to put on, and it's going to be inspired in this Route 66 style diner, which, as you can see by the graphics there, it's going to look fantastic. The big screen in the back talks about his popular burgers, and you can see the burger menu on the back wall there as well. Okay, and again, as part of the Carnival, along with the Blue Iguana Cantina, Guy's Burger Joint is included in the cruise fare, which is going to be a really great little added extra. Sit up on the deck, eating these beautiful burgers at lunchtime or dinner, or in the afternoon snack while relaxing around the pool. Okay, and you can see them there. They're very much like a grilled type of burger. Gourmet burger with beautiful toppings and great French fries in there as well. We're then going to put on Bonsai Sushi. So familiar with Carnival Legend. So Bonsai Sushi will go down to the atrium area. That's a great little place on the ship where you can order sushi, fresh sashimi and sushi rolls. Now there will be a little surcharge to this, and that's mainly based on the position. It's not a huge space on the ship, so it just kind of keeps the flow and numbers through the door really great. But there's an opportunity to get in there and get some sushi. Have a couple of Japanese beers and a few things like that, which is great. The next thing we're focusing on is bars, and this is really exciting. So we've got to cut quite a few new bars, and probably our biggest of our developments that we're doing on board. The first thing we're going to do is Red Frog Pub. Yes, that's the same as it is on Carnival Legend, and that image is actually taken from there. So so Red Frog Pub will go on board, replacing Cool Club Jazz Club. And it will serve, of course, our signature beer, which is Thirsty Frog Summer Ale, which is a great little drop brewed by the Lord Nelson Brewery down in Sydney. Okay, so that's going on board. It's going to be a fantastic little pub. The next thing we're putting on is, in line with Red Frog, we're going to put on the Red Frog Rum Bar. And the Red Frog Rum Bar is going up on Up in the between the two swimming pools, the canopy bar in there, you'll find the Red Frog Rum Bar. And the great thing about that is it's an outdoor bar experience where you kind of feel like you're in the Caribbean. You're sitting by the pool and you're surrounding your boardies, and you're having rum-infused cocktails / rum-based drinks. So staffed by Caribbean staff. So it's a really kind of theme-based bar up on the pool deck. The next thing on the other side of the ship, we're going to put on Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. So we'll have the cantina, and then we'll have the tequila bar as well. Separate places, of course, but this will be on the other side of the ship to Red Frog Rum Bar. So it'll be this whole playoff between blue versus red. So create this kind of fun environment on board Carnival. And this is all about your tequila-based drinks, your margaritas, your tequilas as well, and things like that. And that's again going to be a really relaxed type bar, and it's going to be Mexican themed as well, so Mexican themed staff and all that as well. So you kind of feel like you're either in Mexico or you're in the Caribbean. It's a great little added benefit as well. The next thing we put on is Alchemy Bar. This is a really exciting bar. Alchemy Bar is a fantastic bar. It's like a molecular cocktail bar where you go in there, and it's a mixture between pharmaceutical and cocktails, so pharmaceutical cocktails type of thing. So the bar staff are all dressed in white lab coats, and they'll take your order. You ask you to fill out a prescription form to how you're feeling. We might be happy, sad, wanting to dance, if you're looking for love, any of those types of things, and they'll make you a particular cocktail to suit your particular ailment, okay? Which is going to be really fun, and that's going to be real kind of interaction between your bar staff and you in this nice little loungy environment, okay? And that's going to be, it'll either be on deck 2 or deck 3, but it'll be just behind where Empire Restaurant is, so you should see it in there in this nice little loungy area. It's a great little place to sit and relax in there. The next thing we put on is our sports bar. So we're redoing the sports bar. We currently have a sports bar in at the moment, and that's going to be redone. Of course, all the imagery there is all American themed, but it'll be Australian sports. We are doing certain things, like at the moment the Cricket World Cup is on at the time of this presentation. So we've got all the Australian games on live on the ship. So we are doing a lot more engaging in the sporting environments there. And you'll see all the great big screens there as well, and in a really nice kind of relaxing bar area. And then we focus in on entertainment. So entertainment being our third pillar that we're looking at. We're going to completely redo all the shows that are going on there, and we're putting brand new shows on. So people that have been on Spirit before are getting all the new playlist productions. Now Carnival Legend currently has playlist productions at the moment, but our signature one being Epic Rock, which is this great tribute to rock and roll. Okay, then we got 80s Pop to the Max, Getaway Island, the 88 Keys Piano Rock and Roll Show. So all these great shows that are all centric around music and fantastic tunes that you just basically get up and you want to dance to at the end of the night. It's a great show to watch. Then we got a thing, DJRE. So DJRE is our Carnival DJ, and we're doing lots of things with DJRE. So within the kids space as well, the kids will be able to learn how to mix music, and then will then perform for their families later on in the cruise, and they can get a certificate to say they're a Carnival DJ. So just kind of create them, hit a different element within the cruise ship. We put a big screen on, so very exciting. So big screens going up on the main pool deck, and this is going to be for dive-in movies. So we're going to play dive-in movies of an evening. Now this will be great because this roof is actually it can be closed. So if the weather's not too bad, we can close the roof, but we can still run the big screen and have the big screen movies under the stars in a nice relaxing environment. So that's going to be really great. Something that Carnival needs as well. So we've also got Hasbro board game show will go on. So same with Carnival Legend. We'll mimic that on Carnival Spirit, and it's a great opportunity to play all your favourite games. Sliders, sorry. You've also got your life-size Connect 4 as well, where you play with a basketball, and the contestants can actually go ahead and win Hasbro vouchers as well that they can use and come back and buy famous games like Monopoly and things like that. So that's going to be on there as well. So Kids Club's having a huge rehaul. So we're actually going to redo Camp Carnival, and Camp Carnival's now going to be called Camp Ocean in a nautical themed environment. And this is going to be great. And as a result, the whole of Camp Carnival is actually going to move. So currently it's just below a couple of decks below the bridge at the front of the ship. It's actually going to move up to where Club O2 is, if you're familiar with the ship, and that's going to be completely refurbished. Now Camp Ocean is a very nautical themed environment, teaching the kids about the ocean as well as having fun in Kids Club. This is, just so you know, top tip, this is actually not going to be finished when it leaves Singapore back to Sydney, and it's not going to be finished on the first sailing out to the South Pacific, which is the 14th of September. So just make your customers aware. We are taking kids, and kids will be completely looked after. However, we will allocate different places around the ship for them. But just let your guests know that this particular space won't be finished, and Camp Carnival won't be there either, but they will be looked after, of course, as I mentioned. So the great thing about that, you've got the penguins, stingrays, and sharks. They're the 3 different kids clubs that the kids will go into, depending on the age. And we still take them from 2 to 11 in this club, don't forget. And then the 3 different demographics within those particular age groups. So the kids have a great time playing in igloos and PlayStations and things like that. And then Dr. Seuss at Sea, so Seuss at Sea program's going on, and that consists of 4 main programs. It consists of the Seussapalooza Story Time, which is a parade that starts in the atrium, and then it goes into the Mr. Magoo Circus Palooza tent, which is erected in the show lounge. And the kids all come up onto the stage, and Dr. Seuss, or the Cat in the Hat, will read a story, a famous Dr. Seuss book, to the kids. They'll do face painting and things like that, and it's a great little interactive engagement as well. And then we have Green Eggs and Ham breakfast with Cat in the Hat and friends. This is really exciting. So this is basically all your characters will come down, and it's they'll have a breakfast. The restaurant is themed into a Dr. Seuss inspired theming. You can see there with the Cat in the Hat everywhere. The waiters will have Dr. Seuss inspired uniforms as well. And the great thing about it is that you actually eat the great food that they offer. So things like green eggs and ham. Do you like green eggs and ham? Why not try them? Gravity-defying pancake stacks. You know, colourful food, and moose goose and goose juice and all that as well. So you've got all those types of food on board, which is going to be really, really fun. Now, this is all going to be done. The Seuss at Sea program will have a little surcharge to it, okay, just for the breakfast. It is about $5 per person, and it's run once during the cruise. So make sure your customers, when they get on board, they book into that, and that's a fantastic little thing they can get into. So all these enhancements are all happening. Carnival Spirit's going to leave us on the 1st of August, head up to Singapore. She's going to be working around the clock in Singapore, down at Marina Bay, getting all these great features in, and then she's going to come back to Australia with all these great new features. We're also doing a couple of soft refurbs as well, things like we're replacing a couple of carpets in hallways and little things like that, which more details will come out closer to the time. But this is a great enhancement. Talk to your customers about it, show them the pictures, get them excited. So if they're on any of the sailings, either from Singapore onwards, back to Sydney onwards, that's about the 30th of August onwards, they'll get all these features on board. Very, very exciting. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my YouTube channel on the Spirit upgrades for the Funship 2.0. You know where to find me. I'm Mark Richards, your Carnival Queensland Sales Manager. And as I always say, happy sailing, and of course, happy sailing. Talk to you soon.